Alright, so today I got something special for y'all. AltArch is a YouTube channel that offers an alternative perspective on all things architecture and design. Today, we're going to be making a rammed earth planner. Rammed earth is a building technique that uses raw materials like earth. Usually in architecture, these are used for walls or foundations. It's an ancient technique used throughout history all over the world. We are going to be creating a planner that is extremely inexpensive, and it works perfect as a gift or something that you can put in your home or your very own office. And the best part is, most of the supplies you can get in your very own backyard. You can even scale this up and create benches and furniture. Check out Handyman's channel. I have a link in the description below. And remember, if you see anything in this video, including the supplies that you want to get, you can use my affiliate links below. It helps support the channel as well. Make sure to stick around until the end because I don't want you to miss any steps. Okay, good chat. Now let's go make it. Here's everything you'll need. A mold for your planner. Mixing bowl. Vegetable oil. A mask for safety. Clear spray paint.
Ooh.
A plant.
Hi.
Gloves. A minnow net. And Portland cement. I began by setting up a sturdy workstation for me to have a clear and clean space. It gets a little messy when you start playing around in dirt. That's our puppy Ivy. She's an amazing Irish setter that really enjoys helping out whenever I'm filming. You'll probably be seeing more of her later. The work table is just an extra board I had laying around that I placed on top of 2 sawhorses. Any old table will do. Later we will be tampering down multiple layers of dirt, so I created this stick using 3 paint stirrers zip tied together. Anything long with an orthogonal flat end should be just fine. I had this minnow net laying around that works perfect to sift the dirt. You'll probably need 2 large bowls, and it's fine if they're from the kitchen, just remember to wash them afterwards. Alright, so let's gather up the materials we need from the yard. Lucky for me, Ivy also enjoys booby trapping our yard with large holes, so I decided to use the opportunity and pull my dirt from a pre-existing hole. I would recommend starting with about 4 to 6 shovelfuls. The Portland cement I found only comes in 100-pound bags. I would suggest wearing clothes that you don't mind getting dirty. I wore a white tee so that when I hang out with my friends and they ask me what's on my shirt, I can brag about my new rammed earth planner. Okay, so time for the fun part. Make sure to toss out any rocks, sticks, and roots and anything that is not dirt. If you only have thick clay in your area, you may not be able to sift it, but it's okay, just remove everything else. Depending on where you live in the world, the formula for rammed earth changes. This is because rammed earth consists of sand, clay, and Portland cement. But because we are doing a planner, we can edit this slightly. 80% dirt and 20% Portland cement. This compensates for any fluctuations in clay to sand ratio in your local area. So again, 80% dirt and 20% Portland cement. This means that 2 cups of sifted dirt get 1/2 cup of Portland cement. I grabbed 2 mixing bowls here because I wanted to keep my sifted dirt separate from our mixture. I used a measuring cup to measure out 2 cups of sifted dirt Then I added 1/2 cup of Portland cement. First, we're going to do a dry mix before we add any water. You want to stir it together for about 3 to 5 minutes with your hands to make sure you get the Portland cement all mixed in. Throughout this process, also try to remove any of those rocks or roots that may have slipped through the sifting. And you also want to use the same amount of water that you use as Portland cement. So if you use a 1/2 cup of Portland cement, then you want to use a 1/2 cup of water. I've done this multiple times so I can eyeball the water, but I highly suggest that you measure it out. Rewind and pause if you need to check the ratios again. There's Ivy. She's just doing a quick quality control check. Any type of oil should be fine, but I use vegetable oil dabbed on a rag, and then I coat the interior of my mold with it. It really helps when removing the planer after it sets. Tamper it down with weak taps. The mixture should compress easily. After it's flat, you can add more of our mixture and tamper it again. Repeat this process until your mold is full. It's as easy as that. Alright, now that we're all finished up, let's go ahead and let this set for at least 4 hours. And remember that mask from earlier? Go ahead and put that on. I put about 4 coats on each side just to give it a little bit of a shine. And also I didn't want the sand falling off all over my desk or whoever I give it to. You really only need to let the paint sit for about 5 to 10 minutes before you put on another layer. Now that's all done, we're good to go. If you liked the video, please like the video, and if you want to see future content, please subscribe down below. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please drop them in the comments below. I just launched my Patreon. Alright, so I'll catch you next time. It's a little bit nicer.